Ondo State is one of the states in Nigeria with prevalence of Lassa fever. A resurgence of the disease started in November 2024, a dire situation that has drawn a team of experts from the NCDC working tirelessly with medical professionals to combat any spread. This includes creating awareness for members of the public, some of whom share what they know or don't know about the latest development.
Yeah, I'm actually aware of it, and I have actually read about it, and the government has actually created an awareness campaign concerning it, so I have a basic knowledge of it.
That when it perishes on food or whether passes excreta on the meal or urinates on particular meal, on people's food or anything. So when people consume such meal, they can get infected with Lassa fever. So that's the majority, most of transmission that I'm very aware of.
Health authorities in the state are appealing to the public to come forward for tests and treatment carried out free of charge at the Federal Medical Center, Owo.
We are not collecting money for the treatment as well as for the test. When you look at the cost of doing the test alone is so much, but thanks to Nigeria Center for Disease Control, they've been providing reagents for us to to investigate them free of charge.
He confirms that over 100 cases have been recorded in the state as he recounts how the first few cases were discovered.
The season started in November. When you look at the figure that we confirmed here in November 25, by December it has risen to 79. As we speak today, the number of confirmed cases is 111.
An Akure-based private medical practitioner gives more information on the nature of the disease.
Lassa fever is predominantly a West African thing. We don't find it in Europe, we don't find it in the Western world generally. So, and what we have come to see that is basically spread by a particular species of rat called the mastomys rat, which of course we find also in this environment. So what our people will need to do is to see that they prevent this outbreak.
He equally gives guidelines on prevention and treatment options.
You make sure that you do not have contact with the excreta or the urine of the mastomys rat. Okay, so that means you have to keep your environment neat. It means you have to be deliberate about how you dispense of your waste. It means for those who are in the habit of making cassava chips that we use to make gari and the rest of them, this is not a time you can afford to just put it on the road, on the street like you normally see those days, because those rats can have contact with it and it can have a negative impact on the people. Once we see anyone around us who presents with what looks like our normal fever, headache, fever, fatigue, let's take that person to the hospital immediately.
Lassa fever virus was first detected in 1969 from a case in the town of Lassa in Borno State, northeast Nigeria. It is common to Nigeria and some other West African countries, including Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea.